Bezat Hashem, we're back at the Limud, Halachot Shabbat, Siman 252. We're holding in the Mishnah Berurah, continuing. Well, this is going to be the big one. The Shulchan Aruch said there is Tovat Hana'ah. You promise the goy. I have plenty here. It's fine. You promise the goy, you give him something to do Erev Shabbat, right? And the fee was, I owe you one. Shulchan Aruch says, I owe you one is sufficient enough declaration to allow him to work. Now he's no longer working for you, he's working for I owe you. Okay? Today is the 23rd of Shvat, Friday, the 6th day of the week of Parashat Shabbat Mishpatim. So, Mishnah Berurah Tet Vav. You there? Betovat Hana'ah, Haynu Shenitratzah Ha'enu Yehudi La'asod Lo B'chinam. Here, what's going on? Tovat Hana'ah, you're giving him a favor, and the goy, technically speaking to you, is no longer working for you. He is satisfied with your promise to do something for him. He is doing it now free. He's doing it for free. Therefore, there is no more money. And the goy, even though you told him, I owe you one, to him it's not going to be satisfactory. Unless you already gave him before when you said those words, I owe you one, right? And he got something that he was very much enjoying from it. So says Mishnah Berurah, now that he's relying on that, the previous good that you gave him. So he knows you're not going to cheat him, you're not going to miss, what's his name? And therefore, he is now working for his good. Because remember, he got that good thing that you did before, he's going to get a repetition. You owe him one. It says now it's allowed to, now on that aspect, just on that aspect alone, would be satisfying. According to Halachah of Shulchan Aruch, it will be enough satisfied. Remember, Ramah argues on Shulchan Aruch. We'll discuss what does Ramah say about that. But according to Shulchan Aruch, it's enough, because now the goy is flipping. He's not working for you, he's working for that good. Okay, just like money. Ted Zayin. So Shelo Yomar Lo, so we had, the rule was, Shulchan Aruch said, you cannot tell them to do it on Shabbat. Let's say the goy asks you, you want me to do it on Shabbat? Like, you're coming in before Shabbat, you're dropping off the stuff, and he's asking you this question. And he's insisting you answer it. Do you want me to do this on Shabbat? Don't say anything. Don't answer.
You can't say you can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Maybe it's a problem, because if you're going to say you could do whatever you want, you're satisfying him, you're answering him to do it on Shabbat. Right? You could just say, don't answer the question. Just weasel your way out. How? You have anything else to sell? Once the guy hears, oh, something for sale, yeah, I got this and that and this and that, and I could do this. Okay, khalas. He forgot about it. He understood the message. Tet Zayin, לעשות בשבת, לכן אם אמר לה כובס, ראה שאני צריך להם במוצאי שבת. Whoa.
It happens a lot with open houses.
Listen, forget about this. Let's come here. It says, I give something to a laundromat or dry cleaning. And it happens many times. You tell him you need it Motzei Shabbat. You tell him those words. כגון שרוצה ליסע מיד במוצאי שבת, because he's going on a trip. He has a flight at 11:30. He needs to catch it. גם זה אסור אפילו בקצץ. He says this will be for sure אסור. If you told him, according to Mishnah Berurah, and if you tell him that I'm going to pick it up מוצאי שבת ממש, because I have to travel, will be אסור. וכיוון שאי אפשר לגומרו אלא אם כן יעשה בשבת. Here it says clearly, Mishnah Berurah, that since it's impossible for the job to be done except on Shabbat, and you didn't leave him any space, you came 5 minutes before Shabbat, and now you want to pick it up 5 minutes after Shabbat. That's a problem. It's as if you're telling him, do the laundry on Shabbat. And that's going to be like a messenger. A goy became your messenger on Shabbat. Here, Ish Mazliach, number 2. Read number 2. You can do it, glasses. Number 2, Ish Mazliach. No, Ve'anan Kaimalan. Oh, sorry. I am Be'harot. Sorry, yeah. עיין בהערות.
עיין
שבסוף
בהערות
הספר.
שבסוף הספר.
Right. He says, look at the end of the Sefer, we're going to discuss. Okay, I think it's important because today there are many people who are lenient, right? You give him a car. I think Rav Avad even has a leniency here. But let's see. I think it's a kedai.
I missed something.
What? Mishnah Berurah, Ish Mazliach says
What's the question?
that, again, Mishnah Berurah says if you give him 5 minutes before Shabbat and you want to take it after Motzei Shabbat, 5 minutes after Shabbat, you said those words that you need Motzei Shabbat, it's asur. There are some opinions, Achronim, who are not so happy about it. Okay, let's see. I think it's kedai now to look at the back over here in the Sefer Mishnah Berurah, Ish Mazliach, where he has Ha'arot Siman, we are Reish Nun Bet. So let's see. Open the back, go back to the Zeh in Ish Mazliach.
Oh, you don't think he's going to explain now?
No, Ish Mazliach tells you I'm going to explain it on that page.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you the Reish Nun Bet. Okay, Reish Nun Bet. The Ha'arot here. Okay.
2.2. No.
Reish Nun Bet, but there's nothing here.
There's no such page.
No, it's not that there's no page. I'm trying to find it. Ish Mazliach tells us, Ayin ve'harot shebasov hasefer, lachen siman reish mem dalet. Yom Tov, good morning, how you feeling?
Yom Tov.
Okay, reish mem dalet, Mishnah Berurah, הוא עושה אותה בפרהסיה, ואפילו אם הוא עושה reish mem dalet.
Always you smell healthy, like the ginger.
Okay. סעיף קטן כ"ד. Oh, here, this is Kedai. Rabbi Yom Tov is going to be very pleased because here Mishnah Berurah tells us directly. Listen to the lashon of the Mishnah Berurah. You gave something 5 minutes before Shabbat, and you tell his goy, I'm picking it up 5 minutes after Shabbat. Okay? So Mishnah Berurah says, Ze asur, even if you already set the price. Right? Because you're telling, it's like you're telling, you didn't tell him to work on Shabbat. He understands what he wants to understand. I didn't say it. Remember, Ikar Shabbat is what comes out of your mouth and what's in your kavanah. Both. Sometimes one could contradict the other, but still, they both have to be, in order to be, to say the word asur. Mishnah Berurah says asur, the gamre. It's asur, he says to do it. There are poskim today who are lenient in reference to that also. Yom Tov is not going to like it, but that's why we're going to look inside and see why Yom Tov should say, you know what? Nachu chachamim b'mkomam, let the rabbis enjoy. I'm not going to do that, right? He's not going to do that. But Bezrat Hashem, soon he's going to become a rabbi, and he's going to have a tzibur to follow him. He's going to be teaching. Then he's going to have to start thinking differently. Okay. Right now, he's not going to do it. Okay, not me also, but let's see. You there? First page. Ha'arot HaSefer. Go all the way to the back of Ish Mazliach.
What page? What number?
It's like, it's Aleph. It's right after the end of the Mishnah Berurah. After 390, starts with Aleph. You there? Mm-hmm. Good. So right here, Mishnah Berurah, Sif Katan Chavdalet. There. So, Afar pi haveh kemitzaveh lo la'asot b'Shabbat. Says Ish Mazliach, it's like you commanding a goy to perform work on Shabbat. Like, remember that word, you didn't. You didn't command him. Harav azir l'shitateh lekaman. Okay, just a second. Rav Avram, we are learning maybe in an hour and a half, I'll call you. Yeah? No problem. It says like this, Harav azir l'shitateh lekaman. So he says, Mishnah Berurah follows his opinion. B'shem ha'achronim she'im yom ha'shuk b'Shabbat, אבל כמזכיר יום השבת בפירוש בין שמבקשו לקנות עבורו או שנותן לו למכור. Right? If you're telling him, I need the results after Shabbat, it's as if you commanded him to perform the task on Shabbat.
Mamash. There's no.
Okay, let's say. Zohar, I hear you what you're saying. This is the Rama, Mishnah Berurah. V'chen katav Kaf HaChaim. Says Kaf HaChaim, same thing, same exact thing. Kaf HaChaim agrees with Mishnah Berurah. יפה. בשם כמה אחרונים. ומרן האחידה בחזיק ברכה. בחזיק ברכה. So Rama and Chida, and Kaf HaChaim, they all agree. Exactly with like Achronim. This is what you told him. Even though you didn't say the words, work for me on Shabbat. You told him, I need this right after Shabbat. Right after, like a little bit, a minute after. Okay. עיין שם. אבל מדברי מרן בבית יוסף. כן? נראה דאם אינו אומר לו בפירוש לקנות בשבת, אף על פי שיום השוק בשבת מותר. Here Rabbi Zohar, he says even better. Forget about all those things that, today maybe it's not a problem because the laundry machine is doing all the work. The guy is not even doing anything. In the olden days, the guy had to go with his hands. Today, they throw it in the machine, everything is, maybe there's a leniency. By the way, we're not saying you should do that. I'm just saying, Shulchan Aruch says even more lenient. Let's say you gave stock market. You tell a guy, not stock market, or anything, go buy me stuff in the marketplace. Here's $1,000, buy me the merchandise. And that merchandise, says Shulchan Aruch, only comes on Shabbat, the merchant who sells the merchandise. Allowed, says Shulchan Aruch. You told the guy, here's $1,000, go buy me the stuff. And it's as if you told him, go buy on Shabbat. You didn't say the word buy on Shabbat. You told him, this merchandise comes, get it for me. Okay? Okay. בשבת מותר. Shulchan Aruch says it's allowed. Okay. ועל זה סמכו כמה אחרונים להקל.
It's mutar, why? It's because it's not physical.
We're not there yet. Let's figure it out. Zohar, you're here. Okay? I mean, you could see why it's mutar. You're not doing anything. The guy is not doing anything. He's just purchasing. Obviously, you understand why it's mutar. Yeah. The guy,
Just paying for it?
yeah,
Or
just paying for it.
Transport it?
Even transporting. Okay, even transporting. Who cares? It's the guy is doing it on his own. You could hear many reasons why it's mutar. Why? Because the guy is doing everything. The guy is not doing it anymore for you because you already set them a price. He knows the money. Is working for money. I could find many hitarim on that. But the aspect that the problem is the Shulchan Aruch didn't leave a choice for a goy but Shabbat to do it. That's the problem. It still says Shulchan Aruch it's mutar. Concentrate on that. Forget about all the other side notes. Right now, the shaila is goy has no choice but to do that Shabbat. Okay. ועל זה סמכו כמה אחרונים להקל, and therefore because Shulchan Aruch says this is the halacha, many אחרונים come to be more lenient in reference to allowing your goy to do whatever he needs to do, even on Shabbat. ומהם, who is this? מנחת כהן, פימין ביטל, במשמרת השבת, in הלכות Shabbat, he writes that, this is a good heter of Shulchan Aruch, and that's the halacha, what do you want? ובשו"ת בית יהודה עייש, another sefer, והגריך, another sefer, רב ברכות, another sefer, ובשו"ת רב פעלים, oh, you guys are ready? That's Rabbi Ish Chai. He is against Kaf HaChaim, looks like. ואף על פי זה התיר בשו"ת ירחה בדעת בשעת הצורך למסור רכב בערב שבת. Who is this? Who is this? Rav Ovadia Yosef is giving you permission to give your car 5 minutes before Shabbat to the mechanic, and you tell him, I'm picking it up 5 minutes after Shabbat. That's Rav Ovadia Yosef. Same thing. למוסך של גויים וקבלו בחזרה ביום ראשון. אף על פי, listen to this. What? Yeah, as long as all this is, that's the first condition. Before we start talking, the guy is saying he's going to do the job, and you already know the price. ביום ראשון, ואף על פי שאין זמן לתקנו רק בשבת. There is not any possibility at all that the mechanic will fix the car except for Shabbat. עיין שם באורך. So Rabbi Ovadia Yodeh in Yicha V'Da'at gives a whole explanation why it's mutar. And one of the things here, you didn't tell the goy fix it on Shabbat. You told him, here, it's $1,000. Here's $1,000. I'm going to pay you. My vehicle, I'm picking it up 5 minutes after Shabbat. I'll give you $1,000. מותר.
ואם בא למוסך יהודי, אבל...
עוד הפעם שאלת אותו את השאלה? מה אכפת לי? אני לא הולך ליהודי בשבת, אני לא הבנתי, מה אמרתי לך?
זה בא למקום.
But I already answered you. You don't for sure not. That's for sure אסור. You can't give a mechanic that's מחלל שבת to go
לא,
work
יש לו מקניק גוי. אבל הוא יהודי, והביזנס עובד בשבת.
Okay, so maybe he's שותף, how do you know he's not שותפות?
אה?
You know for sure there's not שותפות.
לא שותפות, משכורת. הגוי מקבל משכורת, המכונאי מקבל משכורת.
And you know that Jew is gonna work on your car?
The Jew is not working on my car.
גוי, yeah.
The guy working on my car.
לכויר, מותר. I would say it's מותר. Because, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. First of all, there's no other mechanics here. There's no other, so you're going to be stuck without a car? And the Jew is not doing anything. The Jew is going to earn money. Without you, he's earning money on Shabbat anyway, so what's the difference? But you can add to him, but I'm going to have no car. Rav Vadia says, if you have no choice, you give it to them. If you have no choice, you give the guy to fix your car. What are you going to do? Okay? That will be the reason. Okay. Ayan Sham Berurah. Continues Rav.
You said if the Jew is the owner?
We are talking about the Jew is the owner. There is no other mechanics in the neighborhood. This is the Jew, but...
Listen.
But, one second. I will not allow if a Jew works there.
Said in the I wasn't sure.
One second. If a Jew works there, for sure I will not give. Rabbi Yom Tov said, for sure he knows the Jew comes to... He goes to pray on Shabbat, and then he comes, makes Kiddush, and then he watches television. Whatever he does at home. But, at least he's not working there. So I could give it to that mechanic. Why? Because the guy is going to do the job, not a Jew. What's the difference?
How do you know for sure?
No, that's the condition. If you're safek, you can't. If you're in doubt...
אני חיכיתי עם האוטו שלי שבוע, בדיוק בגלל זה.
Okay.
שבוע חיכיתי, בדיוק
Okay.
בגלל הבעיה הזאת.
Okay, let's see. Next. ולפי זה לכאורה...
I didn't get it. I didn't understand what you said.
I wait with my car. I got a problem with my car. I wait 1 week extra. The rabbi pressed me to fix the car, and I wait 1 week extra because I know then the mechanic may be goy. Not maybe, the mechanic is totally goy.
Yeah.
But the owner is Jewish.
But the owner comes to work on Shabbat? No.
Sometimes he passing by, looking.
But
and
he's not working on Shabbat.
Not working.
One second, the
physically.
whole week he doesn't work over there. So, okay. Okay, no.
No, Rabbi has a good point.
What?
If the Jew is passing by,
Even if he's passing up, he's there the whole day, he doesn't do one thing. He's a manager, that's all. The Jew is a manager. And I think it's a partnership with the go anyway.
If you have my car, it's gonna cause him to do something. I don't know, billing, schmilling, whatever.
Doesn't matter. He's not. But billing has nothing to do with the repair of the car.
I said, and I said the price before.
Yeah, of course.
I said the price before.
Yeah.
He knew how much I'm going to pay.
That was
Okay.
we're only
Condition.
talking about that department.
ולפי זה צריך...
Otherwise, that's stupid. Yeah.
Continue, yeah, bro. We're in the middle. You following with me? ולפי זה לכאורה, and according to this mashma, it's obvious, גם בן נידון יכול לקצוץ עם הגוי לכתוב לו ספר מסוים ולגבילו לזמן קצר ביותר, אף שמוכרח לכתוב לו בשבת. It's obvious from here that you could even that's it, you tell a goy to perform a task, and there is no other way around, he could do it but Shabbat, it's mutar. ויש להעיר על הרב ילקוט יוסף, שבדין, it says, we could talk about what Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef, in the Sefer Yalkut Yosef.
Close the door. I think I'm a little chilly. I think you're cold.
No.
You're not cold?
ADD.
Me too.
I get excited when I'm learning, I'm all sweaty, like I don't know what, so.
Yeah.
So, I'm all sweaty, Rabbi. I don't know, you touch me, you don't want to touch me.
I wish I was excited.
All
I
right.
was excited.
It says, גם בנידון יכול לקצוץ, okay? ויש להעיר על הרב ילקוט יוסף, we have a problem with what Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef wrote in Yalkut Yosef, שבדין המכונית נזכר כתב להתיר, ובדין כתיבת הספר הרביעי לדברי האחרונים, לאסור ולא העיר כלום. Wow. He's attacking Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef, we don't like that, but whatever, he wrote it. He says, in reference to the Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef, he says, mechanic, you could let him work on Shabbat, even if you have no choice, as long as you don't tell him to work on Shabbat. But when it's coming to write a book, let's say a publisher, over there, Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef to be mahmir, on the reference to a publisher. ולעניין לדעתי כיוון שרבו האחרונים האוסרים, הוא פשט דברי הזה, משמע שקבעתה היום. So, the many Achronim don't agree with Rav Ovadia, and many Achronim don't agree with what's his name, what Ben Ish Chai looks like. They say, no, what is this? You're making the guy work on Shabbat, what's going on here? And therefore, Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef maybe changed his mind somewhere along the line. Maybe he was convinced not to pass it like that. Maybe. כמו שכתוב גם אגב הרב מנחת כהן, היה שם נזכר לשנת, דהיינו להקל כדעת מרן במקום, בכך וממכר שהם מדרבנן, והווה כאין דשבות במקום צורך. Okay. So he says like this. He says that when, it's also, but from Mishnah Berurah, Mishnah Shulchan Aruch is only talking about mekach umemkar. There is no actual physical work. This is just purchasing and selling. Purchasing and selling, there's no real action work. How did they go to mechanic from that? My mind is still buggling. Because if you learn Shulchan Aruch, what is he talking about there? You gave a guy $1,000 and the guy could buy, and you tell him to buy an item. And he bought the item only on Shabbat. How do you learn from that to mamash chilul Shabbat, of mechanic, fixing stuff, breaking, buildings, stira? There's so many avirot in the mechanic, right? He's breaking in order to fix it like up. That's isur mamash. That's asur lechamra. The fact that the guy, you're prohibited to go and buy and sell because that's the hachamim tiknu, right? Money is muktzah. The whole thing they want you to stay away from it. Good. Mekach omega is asur. But says Mishnah Shulchan Aruch, it's allowed because you didn't tell a guy to do it on Shabbat. But how do you learn to do mechanic business? I don't understand. That's what. Let's say even if he's carrying the merchandise, right? The guy. Here's the motion. So even if he is selling merchandise, still, lo nasa masa begufa. The merchandise is not avira. You bought it, you sold it. It's not. You didn't build the merchandise on Shabbat.
אז זה אישור שנותנים retail stores to put goy Shabbat, and he's selling and he buying, he operate the store.
Right.
You staying home.
No, but that's still asur because he's working for you. That's asur. Because he's working for you to satisfy you.
And if you stayed before Shabbat, you my partner for Shabbat only.
That's also asur. We said that's asur also.
Maybe he wasn't when we started. We were doing those halachot.
Yeah. It's asur.
So many halachot.
Those things are asur. What people do, they find heterim for anything today. Like I told you yesterday, people find heterim to eat French fries in McDonald's or in a restaurant. It's all asur. It's asur. It's asur. Okay, but over here he's saying like this. Ish Mazliach. Ish Mazliach is upset. Not upset. He's dissatisfied. Well, don't forget the bread over here, right?
Thank you very much.
He's dissatisfied that what's his name? That how did you jump from where there was buying and selling into fixing? That's the problem. ועוד שיש לצרף בזה דעת הסוברים שאין רשות הרבים בזה הזמן. He says, oh, there's another thing. This buying and selling is not a problem at all. You know why? Because really, and I said this, many Rabbanim get upset when I tell them this. There is no Rishut Arabim in this time. Not my words. It's the Rabbanim are talking about it already. There is no in the world. Remember we spoke to Rabbi Sharbani? He says Sheridan is Rishut Arabim. It's not even close. Rishut Arabim, by the way, is something that is one straight line from one side of the city to the next town, city. And not just that, it's not enough. You have to have that Rishut Arabim at least traveling, I don't care, by car, 600,000 people, minimum. Walking or by car, same thing. And it has to be from one end to the end of the end, straight line. You take a binoculars and you look and you get it.
Sterling.
It must be straight line?
Yes.
Sterling is like that.
You wish. No road in Florida is like that, first of all. I can show you a map. I'm looking at the maps. There's nothing even close.
Rabbi, I-95.
It's straight? Come on.
No.
I-95 is the most.
America, there's nothing straight. It requires two things. Remember, Florida is going down to Keys. It goes down.
One second. Sheridan is actually very straight.
It's not straight at all. What are you talking about?
Sheridan?
When you go to the highway, when you want to go to the highway, you don't see nothing. And it's up, down. Forget about it.
Okay, the highway crosses it, but it's a straight road.
Again, up, down. It's not a straight anymore. Once you...
Sheridan goes all the way to the beach, and it goes back...
Habibi, You want to tell me you're standing on one side of the beach, you look to the other side of the...
But 1 second.
No, you can see from the 95 to the 441.
We're talking about a city. Hollywood is a city.
No!
Why not? Hollywood is a city. It's an official city.
It has to be a gated city. There's no... What's his name? Also, there's another element.
If it's an official city, it doesn't count? Why does it have to be gated?
No.
You're driving Sheridan, basically you're crossing 3 cities. Dania, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. No, Hollywood Beach.
You guys are driving me crazy.
Dania is the other side of Sterling.
You guys are driving me crazy.
Sheridan's not doesn't.
Look at the map.
Basically, part of Sterling is one side Hollywood, one side Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
When you're getting down to the area of 40th Avenue, it's converted to one side Hollywood, one side Fort Lauderdale, one side Dania.
Oh yeah. After what? After I-95. Oh, after I-95. Yeah.
Okay, here's Sheridan. Come here. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Here, I'm zooming in. Here's Sheridan. Right here, you see that thing?
No Sheridan, Sterling.
I'm talking Sheridan, Habibi. What's that? You see that thing?
Sterling stops by Biscayne.
Excuse me.
Sterling doesn't go to...
Zohar, you see this over here? You see that elevation over here? You see that elevation?
A turn?
Yeah, that's not a turn, that's elevation. It's not a straight line no more. Look over there. You see, is there a straight line here? Mm-hmm. Is there a straight line here? No. Okay? It's more or less straight, but it's not really straight. Because of those turns, the twists. This is a big twist, by the way. You see it very small on the map, but it's a twist. I know what it is, because I know when you come right before I-95. Right on Sheridan, going right into 95, it's like a turn.
After TY
You're going over the bridge.
That's right.
You have a road under you.
And it's on the turn. It's not straight.
Sheridan, it's over the bridge.
That's right. So that's the problem. That's the problem.
Water tower and the train.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, the barometer is you have to stand from here. This is Hollywood, all the way from the beach, North Beach, Hollywood. Right? You have to take your binoculars. Tell me one day, maybe you'll go there. From binoculars, go straight and go all the way.
And you got to see 441.
It goes over the train track, yeah. It goes over the train tracks. Yeah.
Here, there's so many. There's a turn on 56th Street. There's a turn, 56th Avenue. There is a turn also on 64th Avenue, Sheridan, a little bit. All those things disqualified already. Here, there's a big turn on Sheridan, Northwest 89th Avenue.
Rabbi, that means there's no street in the world.
That's exactly what is Rabbi is saying right now. ובזמן הזה אין רשות הרבים. So now the goy...
הוא מצד אחד נותן לך הישר, רשות הרבים, אבל מצד שני, הוא יודע שאין רשות רבים. זה כמו שהרב אומר, אין ישר, אין חדש. אין חדש. אתמול היה לוויכוח הזה אצל הרב בוטון, היה סיום.
אוקיי.
של הש"ס, התקשרו אליי הבחורים של הרב בוטון.
Rabbi, so you're saying you can carry the whole
Not you! The goy is carrying for you. You're not doing anything. You told the goy, here's $1,000, go buy merchandise. He buys it. So he's doing the malacha, not for you. He's not even doing Rishut Rabim. He's not even carrying for you.
We're talking about Eruvin now.
This is what we're talking about.
Eruvin talking for who? For us.
I'm not talking
Why is it a problem, Eruvin?
I have no problem with the roof. I don't stomach on Ashkenazi roof.
Rishut Rabim.
I'm not. Rav Sharabani has a problem with the roof. He wants to be stomach a little bit on Ashkenazi. We don't.
הרב, אז אתמול...
Yeah? One second.
יש בושם שעושים אותו מעץ.
No, you can't make a roof in Rishut Arabim. That's another halacha.
There is a perfume they made from...
You cannot. You're not allowed to. It's impossible.
Oh yeah? That's what it is? Paint?
Right, but so the reason why Rav Shmaya puts up a roof, Baruch Hashem Shiyeh Bari V'Shalem, Rav Shmaya over here, he saves a lot of Jews. Hello, gentlemen. Baruch Hashem Rav Shmaya saves a lot of Jews here. He made a roof over here. I think it is all the way to Sheridan. He's a roof all the way. Yeah,
all the way to Hollywood.
He went Hollywood Boulevard. You see?
אני עבדתי עם הרב שמאיה.
Baruch Hashem. Yeah.
יצא לי לעבוד איתו כמה פעמים בעירוב. עם הרב שמאיה.
No. Your Rishut Arabim is specifically where you have passing by are 600,000 people, and it has to be from one end of the city to the end of the city on one straight road. Right.
Even 441. is
Let me
not
ask you a
strict.
question. On Sheridan, you think 600,000 people drive on Sheridan?
441
Zohar.
Street.
You think on Sheridan 600,000 people pass by? I don't
Easy.
think so.
Daily?
Every day?
Daily, yeah.
Daily, yes.
I don't think so. You guys are
No.
exaggerating. You're exaggerating.
Sheridan, no.
I don't think any street in Brooklyn, in Florida, has 600,000 people pass through it every day.
Griffin guarantee, yes. And,
For sure not.
Griffin guarantee.
I don't think so.
600,000?
You know how many cars pass in Griffin a day? It's a
Here,
highway.
he googled it. I-95, 300,000 a day cars
300,000
Cars.
where? What
on
city?
I-95
Cars.
city?
from Hollywood.
Cars.
In Hollywood?
Each car is not necessarily one person.
Let's say it's two people. It's 600,000 on I-95. Let's say.
He's good.
But Sheridan maybe has 20,000, maybe 50,000 cars passing by. No way in the world I'll believe you for a second that
No,
Sheridan you have
No,
600,000
one
people.
second, Moshe. I-95, we're talking about only Hollywood. Sheridan is much longer. We're talking about from Hollywood Beach.
Excuse me, you
all
want
the
to
way-
tell me?
all the
To
way
the ranches.
all the way to the Glades,
Okay,
basically.
it has to be passing
The
by
ranches.
from the beginning of the city to the end of the city. 600,000 people, not happening.
Does it have to be 600,000?
Yes,
Is that the Halachot 600?
yes.
Yeah, that's the.
Traffic, there's people, don't find yourself alone, there's nothing around you.
They have to pass on that. There is no way. I will never be convinced that Sheridan has a footprint of 600,000 people stepping in it. Not
No,
possible.
stepping no.
Not possible. Stepping
Stepping,
or
no.
and
Of
cars.
course not. Not
Stepping
even,
and cars. Footprint. It's called
not,
footprint.
Not even 50,000, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I would say that.
Combined?
15,000 is
50,000 to 100,000 max, maybe. I'm already exaggerating. Not shaykh. It's not possible.
no.
How many people drive on Sheridan Street in...
In Dr. Google, Rabbi Google.
Since 2009, 16,300 cars drive on Sheridan.
That's it.
16,000? Guys, come on.
Because it's there.
Gentlemen,
After
now what
you
about
pass
walking?
Hollywood, what is there? There's
That's
nothing
right.
there.
That's right.
Please.
Gentlemen, there is no Rishut Arabim today.
Cooper,
With all due
Smooper
respect
City,
to Rabbi
it's very
Sharabani, I love
small.
him, but here's the rabbi. It's not me, not just this rabbi, not Rabbi Kisera Chamim. It's the whole world. My rabbi
yesterday-
told me there is no Rishut Arabim.
Yesterday
Nobody
they
knows.
almost kicked me out from the Har Shalom because I said there is no Chadash.
Right.
They start arguing, oh, Moran don't have flour, you cannot buy from Moran.
It's good.
Because
Rahman
he,
al-Islam, this
because
is
he
short.
missed, he admit that he missed the buying by 2 days. So now,
One here?
Moran here, I'm just telling you that because it's
It's a shameful thing what they're doing to him, and every person who's involved with the man losing business will be responsible.
what?
for it.
Now 2 months he have to wait. He's gonna lose his business in
Yeah,
2 months.
That's right. They will be responsible for this short.
He has no deal with
Why
that.
can't he buy? He can buy Yashan. What's the problem?
No, the,
He
business.
missed the buying by 2 days.
I buy my wife buys every week from the same like Ariel Pizza. The difference is in money, obviously. The
difference is in
cost.
price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
of
it.
course.
Leave it. I don't care. But again, I have a Yom Tov. All these people are shameful and should be embarrassed at themselves that they're promoting this. There is no chadash. There is nothing new in America. You will never, whatever the flour together this year, maybe you'll see it in the market.
Our average
15 years.
Another next
our
year.
apples are 6 months or more.
Yeah, 15 years maybe. I know Yom Tov. You heard what I said?
Can you
15 years
imagine?
maybe.
Imagine a
My wife
live
bought
fruit.
flour. Here's the flour.
A live fruit we have.
It's all fake. It's
A
all
live
frozen.
fruit.
It
It's
was
all
sitting in a
frozen.
refrigerator for 6 months.
Excuse
That
me.
fruit, then you eat
Frozen.
fresh.
Live
Frozen. It's frozen, Fenrir.
I'm trying to understand why we're talking about this right now. I'm so
No,
sorry.
they
No, because Yom Tov, we have to.
Yesterday in Har Shalom, and I
Okay,
tell them,
gentlemen,
no
stop, Yom
Chadash.
Tov. Yom Tov.
I just want to know.
Okay, no.
This subject, I just want to
The subject is because there's a lot of Rabbanim who want to introduce this new concept back that we have Rishut Arabim, this generation. For the past 50 years, maybe 150 years already, everybody agreed there is no Rishut Arabim. For the past, I would say maybe 10, 15 years, the Rabbanim are starting to wake up and saying, yeah, there is roads. And here you have Rabbi Sharabani is very much convinced that there is Rishut Arabim. But
it's a problem to believe what they're saying today.
yes, because now there's a lot of nafkamina is there Eruv or not? According to Rabbi Sharabani, there is no Eruv of Rabbi Shmaya. Because halachically, you're not allowed to put Eruv in your Reshut Arabim. It doesn't work. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, listen. Here we have no Reshut Arabim. So we said just because there is no Reshut Arabim, Yom Tov wants to he wants to frustrate the fight that he had yesterday on my behalf. I don't know why. Just ignore it. You don't have to fight with anybody. So he says also the people saying there is Chadash. There is no Chadash. Okay. Anyway, let's put it aside. That was the answer to your question. אבל בתיקון הרכב בכתיבת ספר שאין מלאכות או רייתא אין להקל. So the rabbi says you're not allowed to give your car. We don't appreciate what Rabbi Ovadia said. We don't appreciate what Rabbi Yehud Yosef said. Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef. We don't give a car 5 minutes before Shabbat and tell the guy I want it 5 minutes after Shabbat.
Some things
אין להקל.
Some things have to
בסתם כשידוע שמוכרח לך because you're going to work at Shabbat. ויש למסור את הרכב לנוכרים מספר השעות לפני כניסת השבת. But let's say the job is requiring 2 hours only. And you know, Yom Tov, and you know for sure if you give it 2 hours before Shabbat, he will not work on your car. Because why? Because he has to work on, what's his name? On other cars. Yeah, okay? So, for sure he's gonna, so it doesn't matter. Since you gave him a few hours before, he chose not to work on it before Shabbat, that's his problem. You understand? Again, you know in your mind, he's not going to dedicate his time to your car. But technically speaking, he could. Because technically speaking, you could give your car 2 hours before Shabbat and let him work on your car. He told you, you ask him, how long is the job? 2 hours. You know it's 2 hours before Shabbat. It's going to take him 5 hours, not your problem. Because the reason that he told you 2 hours is because to make a sale. He got the sale. He got the money. Now when he's working 10 hours on Shabbat on your car, who is he working for? For you or for the car? For the money. He's working for the car. For the money, well, there'll be no problem at all. Let him do it. Baruch Adonai Olam Amen V'Amen. Bezat Hashem. You hear what's going on? It's Kidai. I love it. Yom Tov is here, Baruch Hashem. We say after the Shmaya, we will continue.
This is mamash. You see,
Halakha L'Maaseh.
we all go crazy because halachot L'Maaseh. You actually.
Yeah. Yud Zayin. We'll
Learning how to
continue.
live.
Hopefully on
argument,
Sunday. Moshe, thank you for calling in. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Those who need to make money, go make money. Zor. Yeah, Yud Zayin. Those who need to make money, go make money. Bashefa, Banachat, Basivra, or Betuv Levav.
Amen.